This is how to play Sunday Morning by Maroon 5. So the song is very straightforward and very simple. It's the entire three chord. There's only three chords for the entire song. So for the intro, verses, chorus, solo, everything is just the three chords. And the only way you can change it up is by, you can either strum it, you can pick it, you can alternate between the two or mix the two in between. You can pick and strum at the same time. You can mute, things along those lines. So if you're a beginner, this is a good song to transition from open chords, for instance, the D, the G, the C's, the A's, just no sharps, no flats, no minors, things like that. So if you want to transition if you got those chords locked down, you want to transition to these, I don't want to say complicated, but more past beginner phase. So now you're ready, now you're taking guitar seriously, now you really want to keep going, then this song is for you. It's a very good song to get to practice on. So three chords you're going to need are a D minor 7, a G7, and a C major chord. So to play a D minor 7, what you're going to do is you're not going to play the low E and the A string. And then you're going to take, you're going to strum an open D string, so you're not pressing down on the string at all, on any fret. Then you're going to take your middle finger and put it on the G string of the 2nd fret. Then with your index finger, you're going to do a mini bar. So what you're going to do is you're going to bar the B and high E string with your index finger. So it looks like this. So here are my two strings. Here's my high E. Here's my B string. You're going to bar those two with my index finger. So it sounds like this. And then we just put our middle finger on the G string of the 2nd fret. So it sounds like this. Then you got to include that open D string to give it some bass. Alright, sounds like it, right? Then you go into a G7. A G7 is just, it's a combination of a G chord and a C chord. So what you're going to do is, what I do at least, is I make a C major shape, but the difference is that in a normal G chord is like this. You have your 3, 2, and then 3. You have the high E on the 3, right? So it sounds like this. It's a normal G. What we're gonna do this time is that now imagine a G chord in a C major shape. So now I'm gonna put my ring finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret. I'm gonna put my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. Then you're gonna take your index finger and put it on the high E string of the 1st fret. So it sounds like this. So all together you have this: D minor 7, you have G7, C major chord. And a C major chord is just going to be open low E string. You can either play it with or without. I know the textbook says not to. I like to include it. It gives them more bass. But if you want to play it the technical way, you don't play the low E string. So you have your 3rd fret with your ring finger on the A string, like that. Then you have your D string on the 2nd fret with your middle finger. Then with your index finger, what you do is you put on the 1st fret, you use your index finger to put it on the B string. So for you beginners who are having a tough time or struggling to not strike or not mute the high E string, when you put your index finger on the B string on the 1st fret, I know when I started out, I was always strumming the B string perfectly, but not the high E string. So it would sound like that, the muted sound. So what I do is, I figured that my technique, my hand placement was wrong. So before, I used to restrict myself and put my palm, the bottom of my palm, into the neck. But then what I did is I freed it up and I opened it, and now my support is actually my thumb. So the in between, the U shape of your hand. So I put that as my support, and I was able to pivot my wrist all the way around, versus instead of being pressed against it and having to have my fingers do the work for me. So now I opened up my hand, and now my wrist isn't plastered to the back of the neck. So what you do, so in that case, on the 1st fret of the B string with your index finger, if you leave your palm like this, your index finger is restricted. So now the B string's gonna sound nice, but the high E is not it's gonna sound muted. So what I do is now I lift it up. So here's what I was doing wrong, and now I picked it up and I freed it. And see how I kind of like, I'm at an angle. I'm not directly down on it. I'm at an angle. So then it comes out like this. So from the top, you have a D minor 7, 2, 1, 1, a G7, 3, 2, open, 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 1. Then you have a C major chord. Open or not open on the low E string, 3 of the A string, 2nd on the D string, open G string, 1st on the B, and then an open high E string. So all together it sounds like this. And that's pretty much the entire tutorial. How if once he plays the same chords or the same melody in the solo. So if you want to solo, what I do is I switch from strumming to picking, and I kind of mix the two in between. So I'll do something like this. Anyways, guys, I hope this helps, and I hope that you're able to play this song well. It's a good beginner song. It's a good one to, for those of you who have gotten past the true beginner phase, where you're picking up and putting the guitar, maybe picking it up once a week, and now you're starting to play every day. This is definitely a good song to transition from beginner to intermediate. So I hope you guys liked it. If you guys want me to play more Maroon 5 songs, please leave a comment. I'll play whatever song I can. I play by ear, so I can deduce what chords each song has. So please don't hesitate, and I'll definitely get to it, and I definitely will make a tutorial if you leave a comment. So please like, subscribe, and have a good one.